Hello everyone, Glorious getting back with another episode of WWE 2K18 News. In this episode, I'll be going over the just announced new features for the game that will be added to the game that will make the game feel more realistic and more like a simulation. If you do like, please leave one and subscribe. First one on the list is Elimination Elbow Room. For 2K18, I got to experience a new overhaul within the context of the Elimination Chamber match, in which the AI kicked in to create space within the ring, alleviating the usual chaos so that pinfalls could be attempted and signature moves could land. As they battled for dominance using the likes of Seth Rollins, Coverboy, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Randy Orton, whose tattoos, like in real life, got a touch-up, battles raged both inside and outside the ring, giving us some much-needed elbow room so that we weren't stepping all over one another. Now, from this first one, it's basically just stating that they're making the AI way more smarter than they ever could back on last gen and with the last gen new gen combo. This I cannot wait to see work out, because usually in 2K games, after a year or so long of playing it, the things in the game age. The commentary gets dumber, so on. But I feel with this feature, it will create a new feeling to the match, and you won't get as raged as before. Okay, next up is anything can happen in WWE. Oh, also, on that last one, we get the addition of 2 roster confirmations, those being AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. We already knew they were going to be in there, but it confirms them. Then, after that, is anything can happen in WWE. Another new feature added, meant to enhance both gameplay and story, is the notion of the quick pin. The idea that one player can land a schoolboy, roll up, or a crucifix style leverage pin, ending a bout quickly, just like the matches on TV sometimes. To aid this, there are now 12 different new match interference scenarios, from run-ins to walk-ins to just entrance music blaring, that will create a targeted distraction and open up a quick pin window. After the bell, the loser, still with full energy, will then have the option of beating down whoever it was that just scored the fluke win. So this is just the addition of what just happened literally last Tuesday on SmackDown, where Baron Corbin got distracted by a fly or whatever and got rolled up by Jinder Mahal, which caused him to lose his Money in the Bank briefcase. So that'll be a pretty cool feature. I think it'll be added with AIs too, and maybe players. We'll see if it's added with normal, playing with your friends and stuff. But I feel that it's definitely going to be added with AI. Next up is Selling Point. The art of selling a move, from basic takedowns to devastating drops, was also part of 2K18's touch-ups. With over 80 new animations added, new sells, to really bring out the specific personalities and movements of the superstars. Coupled with this is a new match directive that dictates based on time and various energy levels. The intensity of the sell, as the bout goes on and fatigue sets in, the sells become shorter and less intense. Think of how superstars sell, say a hip toss in the first few minutes of a match compared how they might 20 minutes in. The smaller, shorter cells also allow for more moves to be nailed more easily in a faster succession. So it's basically just, in the beginning of the match they get up quicker and bounce around a lot, what I see, and then later in the match they're like crawling and yada yada. So it's just improving the damage effect to everybody, and yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it all works out, because it says they're gonna go to each personality of a wrestler or get close to it as possible. Next up is 2 Players will also find that kicking out has gotten a little trickier. One thing that avid franchise fans noted coming out of 2K17 was that it was way too easy to predict when to click the X or A button to prevent a pinfall in 2K17 to 17. Bullshit, because it is hard to kick out in 2K17 after you had like a 30-minute match or whatever. But now the kick-out window placement is not only harder to predict, but the speed of the rotation quickens depending on the strength of the executed move. It's these kind of little changes and updates, whether done at the behest of casual fans or hardcore fans, that all work together to create a more well-rounded wrestling experience. I hope you bring that to the series and improve the online, because in online you have to do it a few moments earlier than usual. But this is just making the kick out harder. Don't know why, but it is. Next up, Carry All My Wayward Sons. I didn't get to experience any of the backstage brawling segments or scenarios, but this next addition to the game will most assuredly enhance out-of-ring rumbles and behind-the-scenes skirmishes. Depending on the size and strength of your superstar and your opponent, naturally, you can lift your foe and hold them up in 4 different positions: powerbomb, fireman's carry, etc., and carry them to an interactive landing spot, ring steps, corner buckles, outside ring posts, etc., and whammo. So for example, KO's powerbomb on the ring apron and Seth Rollins' buckle bomb are now part of the new list of inventive offensive maneuvers for other superstars. This new grapple/carry system also lends more realism to big man/little man matches. So this has been in the series before, in 2007, 2008, where you can just carry your opponent, put them anywhere within a limited amount of time before you either run out of stamina or they reverse. But yeah, looks to be adding new additions, ring steps, so on, and yeah, another great feature to add to the game. And last but not least is Hit the Lights. As expected, with a new installment of the WWE 2K franchise comes a bump up in the graphics department, and while the new upgrade to source lighting, along with skin/hair texturing and refinement, doesn't mechanically help create a more gratifying match, it's still a crucial element. The first gameplay I was shown during my visit to 2K featured Eric Young, the leader of Sanity, versus Bobby Roode, 2 NXT grapplers with vastly different entrances and looks, smoke-filled spookiness versus blinding grandeur, and the results were awesome. Players will undoubtedly note the more pronounced, enhanced lighting on these superstars that work to highlight their physique and costuming. Now, it's just gloating about the graphics. The graphics look to be fantastic from the screenshots and entrances, but from this we can take that Bobby Roode's going to be in the game. That's awesome. And from the Elimination Chamber Elbow Room article, or paragraph, we can take that Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are in the game. We knew they were all going to be in the game before, but I mean, it's just better to confirm it. Now, these all sound like great features. Can't wait to get a hold of the game when it does release on October 17th if you get the regular, or October 14th when you get the deluxe or seen enough edition. Please, if y'all did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. If you want to see the rest of the series, please click play link down below the annotation on the screen at the end of the video. As always, have a nice day, and I will see y'all in the next one.